London. Trinity term, 1 week old. Implacable June weather. Fiona May, a High Court judge, at home on Sunday evening, supine on a chaise longue, was staring past her stockinged feet towards a partial view of recessed bookshelves by the fireplace, not lit in a year. On the floor by the chaise longue, the draft of a judgment. In her hand was her second scotch and water. She was feeling shaky, still recovering from a bad moment with her husband. He had made a shocking declaration and placed an impossible burden on her. For the first time in years, she had actually shouted, "You bloody idiot!" And then, not long after that, wheezy with outrage, she had said loudly, "How dare you!" He answered calmly, "I need it. I'm 59. This is my last shot. I've yet to hear evidence for an afterlife." A pretentious remark, and she had been lost for a reply. "Fiona, when did we last make love?" When did they? He'd asked this before, in moods plaintive to querulous. But the crowded recent past can be difficult to recall. The family division teemed with special pleading, intimate half-truths, exotic accusation. Last week she heard final submissions from divorcing Jewish parents disputing their daughters' education. The draft of her completed judgment was on the floor beside her. Otherwise, routine wrangles over residence of children, over houses, pensions, earnings, inheritance. Her days were full, and in the evenings recently various dinners, a concert at King's Place, dry cleaning to collect, and finally, sleep. Where was the sex? At that moment, she couldn't recall. "I don't keep a record." He spread his hands, resting his case. She had watched as he crossed the room and poured himself a measure of scotch. Lately he was looking taller, easier in his movements. While his back was turned to her, she had a cold premonition of rejection, of the humiliation of being left for a young woman. He had come back towards her with his glass. "I want everything the same, no deception." "I don't understand." "Yes, you do. Didn't you once tell me that couples in long marriages aspire to the condition of siblings? We've arrived, Fiona. I've become your brother. It's cosy and sweet and I love you, but before I drop dead I want one big, passionate affair." This was when she had found her voice and told him what kind of idiot he was. "If you do this, it'll be the end for us. It's as simple as that." On the chaise longue it rose before her, the true extent of the insult, how he was prepared to pay for his pleasures with her misery. He had always been kind, and kindness, the family division daily proved, was the essential human ingredient. She had the power to remove a child from an unkind parent, and she sometimes did. But remove herself from an unkind husband? Where was her protective judge? Self-pity in others embarrassed her, and she wouldn't have it now. There was a judgment to approve before tomorrow. The fates of 2 Jewish schoolgirls had already been decided by her, but the prose needed to be smoothed. First, the facts. Both parties, now separated, were from the tight folds of the strictly observant Haredi community in North London. On the surface, the dispute concerned Rachel and Nora's schooling. But at stake was the entire context of the girls growing up. It was a fight for their souls.